Hey guys, welcome to Spill the Tea with Teresa Thuy. I'm Teresa Thuy. In each episode, I have an inspiring guest. I ask the fun questions, they spill the tea. Today's guest is Brette Seffens. Brette.
Hi there.
Hi, thanks for being on my show.
I love that I'm here.
So tell everybody a bit more about yourself.
Well, hi guys, my name is Brette. I'm a choreographer, instructor, and director of One Up. I'm based here out in Houston, Texas, and mainly teaching here at Soundbox Studios.
Awesome, and we're actually here at Soundbox.
Woo woo.
She actually made the tea today. You made us an oolong tea. Mm-hmm. It's super delicious. I've never seen one of these boards before.
Yep, I like doing gong fu style tea, so decided to bring out my gaiwan and my little pets out for this lovely occasion.
Thank you. I feel so special.
Cheers.
So let's spill the tea.
Let's spill it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So I see that you love tea. It's all over your Instagram.
Yeah.
Like you're all over the place.
Always.
So would you rather have matcha or oolong all day?
Ooh, this is hard. This might make some people mad because I know like a lot of people that like are obsessed with matcha, and I do love matcha. I do, but for me, I guess it's because I'm a little bit of a snob when it comes to matcha because there's different grades.
There are.
And I've had like really good matcha, but I've had some really like matcha. And so I think it's hard between the two, but I think I'd vote oolong personally.
It sounds like that's what you're leaning towards.
Mm-hmm. I mean, also between like this kind of oolong, and then you have like boba with milk tea kind of thing. So
that's really good too.
Though I do make a very mean matcha cheesecake though.
I do want to try that.
I
love matcha desserts. I love matcha. I don't know if you've noticed.
Oh, just a bit matcha. Yeah. There will be tea puns with me. I'm sorry, viewers. But girl, you know I'll make you one.
Thank you.
I got you.
And I can see why you love oolong because this is so good. Mm-hmm. So this tea is so delicious. Tell us, what is the best and the worst tea that you've ever had?
Oh, that's okay. Best tea was this, like, it's top two. Cause I can't just pick one. Top two was this like roasted oolong I got from the UK, and someone made it for me and I drank it, and I was just kind of like one of those like moments where I was just like, oh my God. I felt things. But and then the second one was this matcha. It was koicha, prepared by this girl who I like kind of like trained under to learn like the Japanese tea ceremony. Her name was Masumi, and she made this amazing bowl of koicha, which is like this thick matcha with homemade mochi. Oh wow! And it was.
What makes it thick?
It was. I guess it's just the way it's like prepared, like the way the way. Like how much matcha it is, and also how condensed it is. But and with koicha, it's like less water, so it's going to be a little bit more thick. But
probably more milk. No.
No milk.
No milk.
Yep, just water. Just
wow, makes it thick. Cool.
Yeah, if I mentioned that, she probably would slap me with something. Can't do that. Sorry, Masumi. But no, she made it. I just remember going, oh my God, this is incredible. Worst tea I've ever had was this. Oh, it was Lipton. It was this Lipton like caramel apple green tea. It was nasty.
Like the combination of flavors.
I mean, the fact that I was like, why would you do salted caramel with green tea? First of all, but I just remember it was somebody didn't tell me it was that. They just told me they got me green tea, and I got really hyped about it because again, anyone that gives me tea, I'm just excited, and I just drank it. Like when you like expect a flavor of something, and then it ends up being something that you don't expect, and it's just not.
You never want to have again.
It was just kind of ruined your day. I love sitting down
this is
like
special.
For me, I look at like this form of drinking tea as like meditative, and it kind of like keeps you in the moment, and it keeps you in the moment with who you're serving. So that's why I just love doing this kind of stuff. So every now and then I would do this with my friends. We'll throw tea parties, drink lots of different types of tea, get what they call tea drunk, which means like when you drink different types of tea, different levels of oxidation, you kind of get that like, you gotta get a pseudo, and you put on some nice chill music, like some Kalani or something. It's a pretty good time.
Oh, that sounds so fun. Yeah, thank you for this experience.
My pleasure.
So you told us about your pets. You have a pet dog, right?
I have two of them actually.
And Blackie?
Blackie unfortunately passed a couple years ago.
Sorry.
No, It's okay. He lived to the ripe old age of 14 and got to eat lots of my food, so it was great. I have Raja and another foster dog named Sammy. He's 10. He's 10. They're both older shepherds.
Yeah.
Both rescued, foster failures, but love them to death. The way I would describe you know that they say like your dogs kind of like represent the personality of their owners. I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest, because one is like a petty like foodie and the other one is like socially awkward and wants to be invited to everything. So I don't know what that says about me.
Yeah. That's not really you, right?
I mean, I'm sure aspects, but I did teach my dog how to do a side eye. And now he does it to me. We just be like,
dogs are so smart.
oh,
I think, see, they learned that from you.
Oh yeah, I'm like, oh, I don't know what else. now the FOMO, that my dog did not learn that from me. That was before.
Yeah.
But now I love them to death. I've had dogs all my life. I love it. I love all animals. I love cats too, but
they're like our best friends.
Oh, for my fur children.
But I wanted to ask you because I saw that you also have this pet. This is your dragon, Mushu.
I have Mushu. I have Mushu. I've had this one since 2017, and this tea pet you just basically pour tea over, develops lacquer, and it's kind of like just good luck and good energy. And then this one I got this one from Austin in 2018, and this one I got for my birthday, which is
just recently.
Yep, just a tiny.
Oh, that's so sweet. It's a little frog. What is it?
It's like a tiny little dragon.
So you've been dancing for like 16 years.
I've been actually teaching. So I've been teaching for 16 years.
Yeah.
I've been dancing for, wow, the math really hurts. 19 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of bewildering on pretty much it's taken up most of my life, actually. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
So who inspired you to dance?
I know this is the moment where I'm supposed to say, I've always wanted to dance ever since I saw the person. But actually, I liked acting more, but I had no rhythm whatsoever. And I was coming to the age where I had to go to parties, bar mitzvahs and all that stuff. And my mom was like, hey, you probably need to learn a few moves. And she told me about she invited me to go to Planet Funk, which was the big dance studio here in Houston at the time. And at first I loathed dance. And I don't mean love, I mean loathe. And it's because I don't know, I wasn't a motivated kid, but the performing aspect intrigued me. And it was just, my mom was like, hey, just learn a few moves. And fast forward, I somehow end up on a team at 12, like 12 and a half. Long story short, my best friend and I were gonna do it together. And she backed out. Hi, Naomi. We were supposed to do it together. She backed out and I went by myself. And my mom left me over there, for at least when I remember, and I was like, okay, either I have to call her to come pick me up, or I got to do it by my own. And I did it on my own. Somehow they took pity, or maybe they saw something in me. And I was like the worst one there. And
I can imagine you being the worst because you're so good. Wait, what kind of dancing was it?
It was hip hop. It was hip hop. And my nickname, I was on two teams. I was on Slam Squad, which was the youth team at Planet Funk, and I was on Wild Style, which is one of the teams actually here. My nickname for my first choreographer was Left Foot, actually, because I had two left feet. And there was a group of us that were doing private lessons with him before I auditioned for Planet Funk and all that stuff. He said hey, out of the three of us, I was definitely the least likely to go into dance.
Really?
Because I just was not motivated, and I was also, again, I wasn't very coordinated, but then it's just kind of funny how fast forward.
Now you're like the director of a studio.
Of a team, yeah, for sure. And there's the fact that out of this three, I'm the only one that dances. I would say what inspired me into dance was a choreographer named Brian Freeman. And between him taking his workshop and also this other choreographer named Marty Kadelka, they really inspired me as movers, and I was like, wow, I want to move like them. And I just loved being on stage. And for me, what actually inspired me was teaching, because I always loved being an assistant for the choreographers. Because when I got better, I was very good at memorizing choreography. So when a choreographer would forget something, I'd always be an assistant and be like, hey, it's this. Or if someone forgot choreography, they would come to me and I would always go over it. And I always enjoyed that. I always loved connecting with people. So, I mean, it ended up helping me later on because fast forward, I was able to start teaching like at 15 and a half.
At that age?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was an
That's
assistant.
So young.
Yeah, I was an assistant for a choreographer at the time. At another studio, because I was on multiple teams. Again, I'm kind of just grazing through like so many like years of stuff. But he couldn't make it. He couldn't make his class for 6 weeks because he was pursuing something with like Slim Thug at the time. And I did not know this until I showed up at the studio and I got a call and said, "Hey, what's up?" And they're like, "Hey, can you teach my class for 6 weeks?" And I'm like, "Oh, I've never done this before."
But that's crazy because they actually like trusted you.
Yeah.
And you had the talent to do it.
You know, it was kids at first and I was terrified because stage moms. And 6 weeks later, he comes back. They actually liked me a little bit better as a teacher. Fast forward, by 16 years old, some drama happened to where he had to leave and I ended up taking the slot as the resident choreographer. And I was teaching at the studio, at this one studio, from 16 to like 20, 21. This was like Sony's World of Dance. And I'm grateful. Like they gave me my first teaching opportunity and I'm still in touch with Sonia. I freaking love her.
Would you rather be fishing, dancing, or dancing with a fish?
As long as it's not a two-step.
But you're from Texas.
Kinda. I grew up between here and the UK actually.
Okay, so is that why you call your mom Mom?
Mm-hmm. My dad's from there. My mom's from here, and just grew up between back and forth. So kind of a British Texan. So yeah.
Does one parent still live over there?
Both live here.
Okay.
Both live here, but we travel back and forth for my dad's work and for my dad's side of the family. So,
nice.
So like my nan, who's about to be 99, and
that's incredible.
His brother and sister, and my cousins over there. I also have a lot of friends and dance peeps up there too.
Very cool. You're worldwide.
Love it. So the answer to your question, if I want to express and I want to like be with people, I love dancing. But if I want to like relax and kind of like just kind of be a little bit more like introspective, I would say fishing, because I could be out on the boat all day long.
So it's like both up there, the same.
Oh, it's really hard. Honestly, like I would say you'd have to ask me on the day. Like some days I would say dancing, no doubt, and some days I would say, yeah, it's a fishing day for me. And because I think both give me a different kind of like outlet. Yeah. Like one's more like meditative and kind of like I get to be on the water, which I love, and I get to just kind of just be in that moment.
Like zen out.
Versus dance, it gives me a chance to like express myself. Like I was very shy for a long growing up, and going into dance, like it helped me create a voice and helped me kind of like become this loud and crazy personality that people know me for. Like people know me for being like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah.
But people don't. But when all said and done, and I'm outside of here, I'm actually a little bit quiet, very calm.
So would you be an extroverted introvert? Is that what you are?
That's exactly correct.
Ooh.
Yep. So I love being around people, but I'm kind of like, if it's like too crazy and like too much like club, like shoulder to shoulder, I'm like, nope. But I still love hanging out with people and still love vibing out. So
what is your favorite place in the entire world besides, or is there a better place in the world better than Belize?
Other than Belize, I would say one of my favorite places in the entire world is actually London. Like,
I hear it's beautiful there.
Oh, it's wonderful. I miss it. I'm so terribly homesick. I haven't been back since September of 2019.
Oh, before COVID.
Yeah.
Are they even allowing?
They are, but there's a lot of cases and just, I have people I care about that are at risk. So I try to do my due diligence and do right by them.
Yeah, that's good.
And also again for myself, but London, Spain, actually. Actually, if I say London is kind of cheating for me to say because my family lives there and I have so many.
But you can still love it.
Oh, I love it, but I would say on the Camino de Santiago in Spain is probably one of my favorite places.
What's it called?
The Camino de Santiago.
Okay.
Or it's one of my favorite places to be in the entire world.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm, because it's just this beautiful trek that you go through, like, there's different pathways, but the most known is from France to Spain. And you're going through like small towns, you're going through forests, you're going through like just parts of Spain that's just gorgeous. And eating good food, drinking good wine. It's absolutely wonderful. The whole thing's 500 miles actually.
Really?
I wanted to do the whole thing, but COVID.
Yeah.
So I've done parts of it, but my bucket list is once everything's kind of calmed down to take a month off and go do my thing.
Do your Europe tour?
But yeah, I would say Belize, London, and Spain. Top three. Is there a place you're ready to go back to, like, or check out once like things have calmed down with COVID?
I would love to travel the world more.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
Are we going on a trip?
Sure.
Let's go.
Well, I saw that you've been to like the Galapagos Islands, which is super cool. I've always wanted to go there.
Oh, it was awesome. It was for my mom's 60th actually.
Aww.
Yep.
My mom's turning 60 in 2 weeks actually, and we're going to Mexico.
Oh, that's
That's where she
awesome.
wanted to go, so that's where we're going.
Hey, we love that. Yeah. Celebrate. Like nothing says like happy 60th and tacos and tequila.
Right. And she's like, I want a shirt that says I turned 60 or something like that. I was like, I'm sexy and 60 or something.
I'm sexy.
She's sexy.
That would be. I wouldn't be mad if this shirt exists.
No, I think she opted for something less sexy, like I'm 60 this year or something like that.
She's classy.
Yeah,
she's
she
classy.
is.
That's. Hey, you know what? It's classy. Nothing wrong with a classy girl.
I love it. What is your most embarrassing moment dancing?
If I had to remember anything, it'd probably be like maybe like just like I know one show I forgot the choreography and I had to scramble to basically kind of freestyle into something, and people thought I did it on purpose, and I was
You're doing a solo or something?
No. No, but they just thought it was choreographed that way. But the people who knew. That's why I say like it's very hard for me to remember embarrassing moments. I know I've had like oh no moments in terms of witnessing things or like having like awkward moments, but I don't think I've had moments where I was like, I want to die right now, which I'm very grateful. Like in these last like 19 years, I haven't had too much.
That's
now,
good.
Now if I ask my mom, she probably remembers me telling her some things, and she'd probably be like, hey, remember this and this and this and this and this, and I'd be like, oh my God.
You kind of erase those out of your memory bank.
I think that's what the means. I think I've just mainly just like forgotten most of the things because I'm just like, oh, this doesn't
I forgot about that moment.
Oh yeah, that. I would say the most embarrassing thing of dance is the fact that I wore a fedora for like a year. That is my most embarrassing thing. There you go. That's my most embarrassing thing is that I owned.
What year was that?
2016, 2017. Please don't look it up. There's some infamous footage of like me wearing combat boots.
Pre-bucket years.
Yes, combat boots and black shorts, a strappy top, and a black fedora because I thought I was like Janet Jackson or something. And yeah, and I didn't own just one fedora, I owned like 10.
Of course.
So yeah, I went all in on the fedora. So I would say that is the most embarrassing thing ever.
The year of the fedora.
The year of the fedora. We don't talk about that yet.
All right, so you have a dance team that you're director of that you started. It's called One Up. Did you name it One Up to one up a particular team or person?
Oh no, we looked at it as we actually looked at it as we called it One Up because I was obsessed with video games, but also we didn't want a name for a beginner team to kind of be, I guess, like ground zero. We didn't want it to be something like just like beginnings or any kind of thing that seems like it's not like that's not gonna hold its own.
Yeah.
I wanted something so that way we're always leveling up. So so I was like, okay, One Up because we level up and they're always leveling them up. So 2014, and we definitely have leveled up over these last like 7-8 years.
That's awesome.
It's been a whirlwind.
Yeah.
And like just seeing people who've never danced before and go in there and like get to perform again. It's like a second chance. And I've met people like I've had engineers, I've had museum curators, I've had accountants, I've had nurses and doctors, I've had moms and dads, I've had actors,
wow.
I've had a flight attendant, I had an orthodontist. I've had many different kinds of people on there.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It just shows that anyone can dance, especially someone like, even like you, who used to have 2 left feet.
Honestly, I say this is like, everyone can dance, but at the end of the day, it's about willing to put yourself in the uncomfortable. Because
you have to.
That's what dance is. It's making the uncomfortable comfortable. And also finding someone to connect with as a teacher that makes you feel like I can do this.
Yeah.
Because there's so many awesome teachers out there, but it's just finding the right fit. And I was just very grateful that I found many people that inspired me and kind of guided me along. So that way I can do the same thing for other people.
All right, last question.
All right.
Can you show me how to dance to my favorite current song?
Of course I can.
Yay! Let's dance to Clock Town!
Let's do this! 5, 6, 7. Let's get it. Hey, hands up. Hey.
Thank you so much for watching. Brette, please tell everybody, how can they find you?
Well, you can find me here at Soundbox, or you can find me on Instagram at BRETTE_S. That's me.
That's Brette, so make sure to follow her. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. See you next time. Cheers!
Cheers!